You gotta love spam emails, right? Ever since I saw James Veach's TED Talk about replying to spam emails, I must admit I've taken to perusing my spam folder for a laugh every now and then. I don't reply to anything. My balls aren't that big. That's right, it's canon that James Veach has bigger balls than me. But I still like to get a laugh at the weird stuff I get from time to time. By the way, that James Veach guy is a pretty cool guy. Really funny too. You should look him up when you're done with this if you've never heard of him before. What James neglected to mention though is that the bulk of emails in your average spam folder are gonna be something like this. 90% are gonna be advertisements from Company X asking you to buy their hit new product on sale. A lot of times this is because when you sign up for something with an email address, those sites or companies will put you on an emailing list. And if you find yourself looking at an email for a company you've never had any dealings with, well, don't forget those bastards like to sell their emailing list to other companies for a quick buck. And next thing you know, your spam folder is full of shit like this. That's okay though, because Papa Mitch is gonna teach you one of his family secrets. If you want to stop massive flows of emails like this, all you gotta do, scroll down to the bottom. The vast majority of them are gonna have a hard to see link to unsubscribe from the mailing list. Simply click it, sometimes it'll ask for your email, and then boom. In a few business days, emails from at least that source should dry up. Now don't just go clicking through your spam folder all haphazardly, because not everything in there is going to be benign. A lot of spam emails are notorious for being scams too. A popular tactic for scammers is to masquerade as real companies coming to you with an exciting, totally real offer that you just can't believe. They're always so friendly too. Dear friend. Aw, how sweet. You are invited to join our rewarded marketing campaign to promote our new product lines, braces and supports. If you're interested in cooperating with us, we'll provide free products and marketing budget to exchange your voices in social medias. Well, it's hard to say no to free stuff. So far, we built our first official store on Amazon.com you can visit following link to go through our product line. If you have interest, leave your contact information via the form. Our marketing representatives will follow your case as soon as possible. Did you catch that? There's gonna be a few things that popped out to you as odd. First of all, the whole thing sounds a little too good to be true, getting free stuff and what sounds like free money for practically nothing. Second, there's some terrible grammar in this email. I'd imagine the marketing team at a professional actual company would be able to write above a 5th grade reading level. But considering that the people I grew up with are finally getting jobs, that doesn't shock me in this day and age. Please do not reply this email directly. Please submit application form via Google Online. And that's the clincher. You should take care to never click links in bizarre emails in general, even if they're not in your spam folder. This isn't their only tactic though. Sometimes they'll really try to butter you up. Congratulations, Mitch DeAngelis, you are the chosen one. You know, somehow I just always knew it. Well, looks like I got some adventuring to do, lads. So do I get to pick my JRPG party now or later? Ah, never mind, it's just another scam. Now this email has an unsubscribe button, but clicking this one is kinda risky. A general rule of thumb is that if an email is offering you a discount, it's still risky but not as risky to click the link. But if they want to give you something very expensive for free, like a year's worth of Netflix, you're better off just deleting the whole thing. Now scams like these and the legit emails they're pretending to be will be the bulk of emails in your spam folder. But sometimes, every once in a while, you get something truly spicy. Ooh. 40 mils from me, huh? No, not like that. The star attraction today comes from a mysterious sender who only goes by the name I Know. Without any real leads, I can only assume that I've been contacted by the Dark Brotherhood. Hey, I know your password is 123456. You fucking idiot, that's not my password. My password is Your computer was infected with my malware, RAT, remote administration tool. Your browser wasn't updated or patched. In such case, it's enough to just visit some website where my iframe, surprisingly not an Apple product, is placed to get automatically infected. If you want to find out more, Google drive-by exploit. Well, I did, and considering the third link down is about how this exact email is a scam, I highly suggest to our aspiring brigand over here to reconsider including such a recommendation in their future endeavors. My malware gave me full access and control over your computer, meaning I got access to all your accounts, see the password above, and I can see everything on your screen. Turn on your camera or microphone, and you won't even notice about it. Oh jeez, oh no, that means you're listening to me record these lines. Oh God, how I pity you. I collected all your private data, and I recorded you through your webcam, satisfying yourself. Okay, 1. I don't even own a webcam, so I have no idea who the fuck you even recorded. And 2, me satisfied? God, I wish. After that, I removed my malware to not leave any traces. Well, that was nice of you to remove your virus. I guess you're not such a bad guy after all. I can send the video to all your contacts, post it on social network, publish it on the whole web, including the darknet, where the sick people are. I can publish all I found on your computer everywhere. Yeah, because I'm real sure the people on the darknet are really interested in my folders of shitty reaction gifs and Dungeons & Dragons notes. Good luck with that, Chief. Only you can prevent me from doing this, and only I can help you out in this situation. Transfer exactly $1,400 with the cryptocurrency Dash, DSH, to my Dash, DSH address. It's a very good offer, compared to all the horrible shit that will happen if I publish everything. And the charming fellow was kind enough to give us detailed instructions on how to purchase some cryptocurrency to send him. What can I say? The man wants his money. As I got access to this email account, I will know if this email has already been read. If you get this email multiple times, just to make sure you read it, my mailer script has been configured like that. And after payment, you can ignore it. After receiving the payment, I will remove everything and you can live your life in peace like before. Next time, update your browser before browsing the web, nerd. Okay, he didn't add that last part, but I felt like it fit. So let me make sure I understand this. You infected me with a virus, recorded through a webcam, God knows who, jacking off, and now you're blackmailing me with it. But then you also proceeded to remove the virus and then sent me a friendly email letting me know how you did it, which is unwise because a good magician never reveals his secrets. But not before you show the darknet my collection of Super Nintendo ROMs, because we all know that's the biggest black market in the world right next to firearms and illicit drugs, unless I send you cryptocurrency that's going to lose value in a couple of years as more and more cryptocurrencies enter the market, as is natural with any type of economy. I'll say this, you got some good grammar for a scammer, but for your sake, I really hope somebody else fell for this shit, because I fucking didn't. So what is this email actually pretending to be about? Well, RAT, or Remote Administration Tool software, is a real thing. It's most commonly used in IT departments within companies because it allows users at different computers, remote users, to access what's going on in another computer directly with the same authority as the user on that computer would have, hence the administration tool part. RAT viruses are indeed real, and when they're used, the last thing the hacker is going to do is send you an email letting you know they hacked you. No, what they're actually more interested in is controlling your computer remotely and anonymously to try and find secure information like bank codes, credit card numbers, and yes, one thing the email did get right is that the hackers might look for unflattering or risque images or videos of you. They can do this by directly browsing your files or activating your own software and even logging your keystrokes as you type passwords. They can also take control of your microphone and webcam and spy on you. The real thing sounds pretty scary, right? And the worst part is that a real hacker who's infected you with a rat knows it's in his best interest long term to never let you know that, so you can't expect a friendly email willing to let you off the hook for a few pieces of Bitcoin. So the question is, what can you do to protect yourself? Well, the most common way to get a rat virus is downloading a file it's been secretly attached to. Unlike a Trojan computer virus, which is a file that pretends to be something it's not, hackers attach rat viruses to legitimate files in a process known as piggybacking. You should always be practicing good internet safety tips anyway, such as not clicking links that look suspicious and also not downloading files from sketchy websites. While there are ways to make advertisements on web pages automatically download viruses like rats onto computers, most secure and up-to-date browsers block automatic downloads by default. For the average Joe who just browses the internet a few hours a day, you honestly have very little to fear if you follow those tips. But if you're someone who does do a lot of downloading or file sharing or plays a lot of games over the internet or might like to go on some sketchy websites, then you probably don't need me to tell you that having an antivirus of some kind is important. The thing about rat viruses is they're not exactly easy to code, so most hackers would rather use already existing viruses rather than make their own. So most antivirus software out there have extensive databases of known rat files for easy detection on download and to be deleted. And if you're someone who did get this email and you were concerned, well, there's a 99% chance it's bullshit. The only reason you could have to be concerned is if the email contained your actual password. But even then, most scammers use common passwords like 123456 or yada 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 in their emails because it widens the chances they have of fooling someone. So make sure that you use more secure and complicated passwords for any accounts that might contain sensitive information. And you can always run a virus scan to try and detect a rat if you're afraid you have one. And if you're really paranoid, there is always the option of completely reformatting your computer. And if you don't know what that means, then that also means you shouldn't attempt to do it yourself, and instead you should take your computer to a computer shop near you where they'll explain it to you way better than I'm going to be able to do. But a reformat is going to purge your computer of almost any virus on it unless you downloaded something really powerful that forced its way onto your actual hardware, but those are pretty rare, and that's also another story entirely. You heard it here from Papa Mitch. Use protection, especially on the internet, because the internet is a very, very dirty place. So thanks for joining me with having a little guffaw at this scammer's expense, and I just want to go out of my way to reiterate once again, do not go and contact any emails or follow through on any links or anything that you might have seen in this, because even though I'm 90% sure I did my best to block everything out, I probably missed one, and then when you go and click on it and you get a virus and then you come to me screaming and crying and yelling that Mitch sent you a devastating link, I'm just going to say, I told you not to do anything, and guess what? You aren't going to be able to get any money from me in a court of law over that. So I'm going to get off innocent, you're going to look like an idiot, and then the judge is going to bill you extra for wasting his time. Well, it's been real, lads, and hopefully I see you again soon. In the meantime, you stay safe out there on that World Wide Web.